John Benson and Pat Maroney.
Welcome to Fox 31 Sports. I'm Pat Maroney. For most people, today was just an ordinary Wednesday, but for thousands of high school athletes all over the U.S., February 5th, 2013 marks a special occasion, National Signing Day, and a number of young football players in Southwest Georgia put their college plans in ink today. We'll start in Moultrie at Colquitt County High. The Packers' success on the field this past season translated to Wednesday morning when they had 6 players sign letters of intent. The headliner is Jemias Pittman, who flipped from Ole Miss to UCF a few weeks ago and was the Knights' top target on the D-line. Running back Tim Sanders will stay close by at Valdosta State, and a couple of high school buddies will stick together at Georgia State next year in wideout Todd Boyd and offensive lineman Gabe Mobley. Defensive back C.J. Johnson will be heading to South Alabama. And finally, defensive lineman Mike Parrish will be attending Georgia Military with hopes of going to the SEC afterwards. So today was a good day to be a Packer.
The coaches just made me feel at home when I went on my visit. So that's how I feel. That's where I want to go.
Feel great. Like you said, yesterday I really didn't know where I was going. I didn't think I would be signing today. They called me like 9 o'clock last night. Told me they was offering me a 9% scholarship.
A long snapper is easily one of the most forgotten positions on the football field, but coaches agree it is certainly one of the most important as well. And the Auburn Tigers locked up that position on Wednesday with the signing of Ike Powell out of Tift County. Powell was a pretty good O-lineman for the Blue Devils. He was voted first-team All-Region, and his coach, John Reed, said he could have played on the line in college, but Powell decided to focus exclusively on long snapping. He was originally committed to Vanderbilt, but when Coach James Franklin bolted, he settled on the Tigers. And now Powell plans on mastering the craft of deep snapping.
Practice every single day. You know, a lot of us, we go to a lot of snappers, we go to a lot of camps, you know, to get better. But a lot of kids, that's the only time they'll really snap and practice at camps. You know, I take what I learned there and go home and snap every single day with my dad.
He's a quiet, hard worker. You can count on him. He's dependable. You know, you can trust him. Some of our core values he already had, and then he added to them. So he's been an outstanding kid to coach.
Coach Reed also mentioned that several of his players have been offered by Division II schools like Fort Valley State. They are expected to sign in the coming weeks. The Lee County Trojans entered the offseason in high spirits after winning a region title, and that success in Dean Fabrizio's program carried over to today with 3 student-athletes signing on to 4-year schools. O-lineman Jesse Freeman is excited to be a Ragin' Cajun at Louisiana Lafayette, and Quan Jameson is heading north, far north, to play defensive back at Buffalo. Quarterback Stephen Collier would have been there, but he's already up in Columbus preparing to play quarterback at Ohio State, so his dad represented him at the ceremony.
What really inspired me, you know, to make the decision is the atmosphere, you know, the tradition of the school, man, and guys are wanting to win, and Coach Quinn, he's a great coach.
I think the first thing that really caught my attention, you know, they was before this year, there was 2-time back-to-back bowl in the New Orleans Bowl. They had won. Then they won this year again, and that really caught my attention.
And last but not least, we'll head out to Pelham High School. The Hornets had 6 guys sign letters today to continue their football careers. Lorenzo Church and Terrell Burton will attend Dakota College, a 2-year school in North Dakota, while Gregory Florence and Quintarius Jasper will put the pads on at Merced College, a community college in California. That's not all for Frankie Carroll's program. 2 of his seniors will be members of Division I schools next season. Trevon White is transitioning from his natural position at wide receiver to line up as a defensive end at the Citadel, and speedster Christian Drake signed on with Army to play tailback. All of Pelham's signees are ready and excited for the next step.
I think that the coaches and my family and just how I was brought up has already just prepared me for that, and I'm really looking forward to it, and it's a great opportunity.
Everybody loves a D1 football player, and that's always been my dream. Ever since I was little, I always told my mom and dad, I want to play at a big school when I be on TV and everybody can see me, and that's my dream, and I finally got there.